welcome back, it's Switch here with another Diablo video, and today is going to be a godly smiter with the last wish and you know, all goodies. Alrighty, so we're just gonna start with the skills and stats. So the stats, it's quite high strength just to be able to wear the Crown of Ages. Crown of Ages is required rank 174, so you have to go with it, and then the dexterity to obtain the max block. It depends what shield you are using, because for the Zaka users will be much lower dexterity, and also the Zaka shield giving you the boost, if I'm not mistaken, like 30% to the faster block, which means, in other words, probably dexterity will end up with lower amount than this one. I think it's going to be just 130-ish, but I don't know exactly. Anyway, so one more time, dexterity we're just dumping to obtain the max block. It depends what shield you are using. In this case, I'm using the Exile, but if you're using the Zaka, you just have to put the dexterity to be able to get 75% chance to block, which is the max block. Is called the max block. About the stats: max to the smite, max to the holy shield, max to the defiance, max to the fanaticism, and evenly on the sacrifice and on the zeal. And one skill I put on into the joust just to be able to teleport. Yeah, it's really nice skill. A little bit about the skills itself. So the smite is going to be the mandatory skill to basically smiting the bosses. So that's going to be our direct damage, because when we are using the zeal, obviously allows you to attack multiple adjacent enemies, so around you, but we are like to focus just on one target because there will be a lot of mobs. So when we fighting, for example, with the Mephisto, we just want to target directly the boss itself, so we're just gonna smite him. To boost our smite, we're using the holy shield, because the holy shield giving the smite damage bonus. So we are receiving the bonus to the damage to the smite from the holy shield. But on top of that, defense bonus, and then we have some successful blocking. That's why we don't need to dump that much dexterity to be able to hit that max block, because we have extra 36% right now to the max block. The defiance, it's boosting our holy shield, because the holy shield receive bonus from defiance 50% defense per level. But on top of that, it's actually really nice. It's really nice skill, just simply because we are gaining 1% active damage reduction with every 2 base level. In other words, active physical damage reduction is 10%, which is huge, because I actually end up with this build in 53% physical damage reduction. But I'm just gonna tell you that obviously on the gear section. Fanaticism, it's really great, obviously boosting our damage and attack speed and attack rating. So it's sweet. So that's it about the skills. Okay, so a few words about the charms I'm using, or basically maybe not even the words. I'm just gonna do the quick pick of what I'm wearing, and also you can let me know in the comment section below if you're using the smiter, what you're going, like what's the perfect charm. Is it the 5 all res and 20 life small charm, or maybe something else? Honestly, I'm just trying to get as much res and life as possible, and then as soon as you get the last wish, because the last wish proc in the fate, then I'm just removing the all res and life and just dumping, as you can see, just lifers. So for me, just 20 life each, the small charms will be great. So just, you know, removing every not 20 and just trying to put obviously only 20s, which is going to be, well, quite tough, because there's just 120 here, another one. So, but it's like the, well, idea. I don't know, really going to try to buy 20s, but obviously that's going to change our life, maybe not like significantly, but at least a little bit more, because well, it's not like a huge amount of life. I'm just with the CTA, I'm around 2k, so I'm still fine on the Ubers anyway. So this is about the charms. Alrighty, right now I'm just gonna focus on the gear itself. So what we are wearing is the Crown of Ages, indestructible, 30% faster hit recovery, 75% reduced curse duration, 50% enhanced defense, some points to the defense. All rest, the roll is from 20 to 30, just one open socket. I just put the rune with the extra all resistance, and I end up with 42 all rest. It's the cannot be frozen modification, which is not really like huge deal, just simply because we are going to use the Raven Frost no matter what, because it's giving us extra boost to the dexterity, so we don't have to dump those points to the dex, we can put the vitality, so it's actually a huge factor. I was even considering to use like 2 Raven Frost instead of the Dwarf Star, but obviously the Dwarf Star have the fire absorb, which is great, and then also increasing the chance of the blocking, which means we also don't have to put the extra points into the dex, we can just dump those points into the vitality. So it's everything all like have the synergy. Cannot be frozen modification, note, it's not really good. This is also for the possible upgrades. I might just go with the 3 open sockets ohms instead to boost the extra damage. The amulet, we have the High Lord, 1 to all skills, 20 increased attack speed, adds some lightning damage, 20 to deadly strike based on the character level, so I'm right now on the level 90, and then we have some light res and attackers take lightning damage, yada yada yada. Then we have in the Verdungo, so it's like kind of best in slot because giving us the faster hit recovery, which is combined with the Crown of Ages, and to hit the proc of the 48 I'm just using 2 small faster hit recovery charms, but on top of that the huge boost to the vitality, so it's really great. It's really cool item. Go Riders or either Goblin Toe, whatever you are wanted to use, it's up to you guys. Obviously the Goblin Toe might be like a little bit more boost to the damage because we have some enhanced damage on the Goblin Toes, but doesn't really matter. I think whatever you're gonna use. Then we have the gloves. You can use, well, basically whatever you like, I guess, in this build with the Last Wish, because you will have the life tap, so the life leech, it's not really like something, you know, especially from those Dracos, it's not really like something is going to improve your survivability. But why I go actually with the Soul Drainer, with the Vambracers, I just go because of that minus 67 monster defense per hit, and also we have the physical resistance, minus 7 to the enemy physical resistance. So those gloves are, I think, much more better for the Zealer, but like I said, that minus 67 to the defense is really what I like it. And also the Mana Leech, the Mana Leech, I think the Mana Leech is really good thing because we're not using our mana when it's burned. We are able to leech that mana and we are able to constantly zeal or slash smite, so that's why I go with it. And then I have the Exile, so we have the chance to cast the level 15 amplify damage, level 15 defiance aura, 2 offensive auras, 30 faster block rate, freezes target. Then we have some enchants defense, replenish life, 4 to max cold res, 4 to max fire res, all res 29, which is almost max because in this season and in every future seasons, because the shields are nerfed, so the base shields, the max res are 30. And then we have some better chance of getting magic items and is repairs the durability. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the Exile in the possible upgrades because I didn't know we are able to bug. I thought in the season 1 we wasn't able to bug, but I don't even checked, to be honest, so I will ask you in the video and also explain a little bit, because on the vanilla we are able to bug the armors, shields, whatever the armory itself, and we can basically end up with 1700 defense instead of just 700, like as you can see. And the Last Wish, obviously the life tap, the Fate, so Fate is really a huge thing because when it's proc, combined with the Crown of Ages, combined with the Chains of Honor, combined with the Verdungo, and also combined with the Defiance, giving me in this build 53% damage reduction, so 53%, so that's huge. It's like a half damage I take, physical damage is reduced. And then we have the level 70 might aura, which is, because it's like really huge deal, we actually boosting our damage about 200 enhanced damage on the level 70 might aura, so that's really good. The ignores target defense doesn't really work on the bosses anyway. And then we have some chance to the crushing blow, which in this case is 67, and the prevent monster to heal is really great because they're actually working on the bosses. And then we have some extra boost to the magic find. About the modification of those two I will just tell a little bit more for the people who never played Diablo, so I just want to do like a proper guide for the future viewers, and then I'm just gonna tell a little bit about the Chains of Honor. So 2 to all skills, 200 damage to the demons, so most likely for everything in the game is either demon or undead, so you have damage to the demons, to the bosses, 100 extra to the undead, 8% life leech, so that's great, so that's why we end up with a little bit more life leech than normally. And then we have 20 to strength, also really great stat. And then we have some physical damage reduce, which is combined with every physical damage reduce, we actually end up with 53%. And then we have some extra to the magic fight. And for the switch, obviously, it's call to arms with the leader's wall, 2 to all skills, so it's good to have that boost of extra 200 life. Alrighty, so this is all about the gear. Right now we're just gonna go with a little bit more in depth with the Last Wish and a little bit more in depth with the Exiles, so everybody who I wanna make this build, they will understand like in depth what's going on, what's all about. So we're just gonna start with the life tap itself. This ability curses a group of enemies so that when attack, their attack gains 50% of the physical damage deal as life. It's essentially like using a 50% life leech on the weapon, so we actually getting like 50 plus what we had already is 13, so we end up with 63% life leech. Potency of the healing does not scale with the skill level. So, but in other words, we are getting extra 50% life leech. Then 6% to chance to cast level 11 fight when struck. So this is like really huge deal because the level 11 fight when it's struck, it's giving us 11 to physical resistance, 56 to all res, and the curse duration is 75. So we have like 100%, well, actually it's 150% less curse duration, but I think there's still some percentage of that when it's procced will be like curse resist, I don't know, maybe like -2 or something like that. I don't know for sure, I don't remember, but either way, when the fight is proccing, it's just amazing, it's just great. A level 70 Might Aura, which I already mentioned, I'm just gonna tell you one more time. 17 giving us the bonus damage of 200 damage, so just for those who wanna know. And right now I'm just gonna go with the Exile. So we have 50% chance to cast level 15 amplify damage on striking. So basically what that means, we are able to break the physical immus. Amplify damage lowers monster physical resistance by 100%. The amount is fixed, only radius and duration increase with the skill level. In other words, amplify damage doubles the effectiveness of physical damage and is most useful against tough enemies. Excuse me, unique bosses, champions, but well, they're enemies, right? And monsters that rise other monsters such as mummies, as all monsters on hard difficulty have a minimum of 50% physical damage resistance. Amplify damage helps a great deal with fighting monsters with very high health such as Uber Duriel. Yep, right. So that's really great. And also we have the level 15 Defiance Aura when equipped, giving us extra 210% bonus to the defense. So that's why it's so cool. And other than that, faster block rate, freezes target, 4% to max cold res, 4% to max fire res, and all res 29, which I already explained, but I'm gonna tell one more time. The max res on the base shield is just a 30 res, so you're not gonna get any more than that because it's nerfed. So yeah, so this is about the modification on the Exile. Okay, right now I'm just gonna go and show you like a full res with this build, which means we are going to the River of Flame to proc. When that's gonna be blue, that means we are procced the fight from the last wish, and right now we're currently on like 170, 146, 170, 114. So now when it's proc, we can check. So we are actually on the 170, 200, 170, and 170. So the rest, what we're looking for, they're supposed to be exactly on 150. Or in this case, when we're having like 80 on 160. So basically just double the amount. So the Mephisto is just going to take the 100% of our curses, and then we still maintain level of our stats. And then when we figure it out what we have to take out, obviously I need to take some cold res and the lightning res. Actually I can take out everything. So poison, the cold res, so I can definitely take out the cold res. I can definitely take out the poison res. I'm missing like 1 point, I think. And then I can just dump everything with the life. So we're gonna end up, for example, like 2000 or more than 2000 if they will be like the all charms will be like perfect without the CTA, and then with the CTA obviously will be like more than 2k. So this is about the resistance. Alrighty, and a few words about the possible upgrades. Also the question, we are able to do the bugged version of the shield or not. I mean, I didn't check, I thought we are not able to do it at all, but this is like well, the tip how we done it in the vanilla. So to make one of those really high defense, you see you need to do a few things. So this is some from forum, somebody was asking about like how to do the bugged version of the the shield. So find an ethereal allied paladin shield such as vortex shield or the secret charge. Most use a vortex, get a tal rune, whole rune, and perfect topaz, and then cube the shield as well as those 3 above stated items inside your heraldry cube. You will be given a random socket shield 1 to 4. If it's 4 sockets, go ahead and make your exile. If not, well, rinse and repeat. Righty, so basically, yeah, I just bought the normal based shield, was already with 4 sockets, so well, I just done the exile, but you might end up with actually make the bugged version of the shield. But the question is, we are able to do this or not? Well, I have to check that, but if we are able, you obviously wanna go with higher defense, so you might end up with 1700 instead of 700 defense, if I'm not mistaken, just on the secret charge. And then with the vortex shield, I think it will be a little bit more than that. Another possible upgrade, I think I will go with the Crown of Ages with 3 open sockets. I'm not going to put any room, I'm just gonna put 3 ohms in there. You can let me know in the comment section below, is it worth it, what you think about it, what I supposed to do to improve this build to be even better, though also about the charms, what charms you wish to use personally on this smiter build. how I can improve this build to be even better than it is. There are 2 upgrades what I'm looking forward. I don't really know what I can get, because honestly I just want to dump as much currency as possible I can. So I'm considering to do some, you know, some strange stuff, but I don't really know what I can go with to make this like some really godly smiter, because I think other than the Crown of Ages and maybe the shields, that's it. But like I said, you can let me know in the comment section below if you know something what I can go with. I really appreciate that. So that's it for the possible upgrades, because I have no real idea what I can do. Either in the Ani, just boost up the life, the rest we max out anyway. Okay, I think I'm almost finished this video, and just a few words about what my future thoughts, what I want to do in this season. Definitely want to make more currency than I have right now. I'm just started. I just sold out 3 torches, so not much, but I'm just going to make as much as possible. I just want to make like the whole stash with the currency, with the runes, at least 20 HRs, or maybe more than that, 30, 40, who knows, right? But yeah, I just want to do it. And then in this part of the video, I really want to ask you guys about like a Diablo clone question. What character you are making, if you are going to make this season as a Diablo killer? And I know probably most of the people going with the Hydra Sorceress. I'm not really fond of. It's kind of like a lame style, but I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I just want to go with something. I'm not gonna say the Snowball, the Diablo clone, because there's not such thing after the changes apparently. But you can let me know in the comment section below what you think is going to be a good, or what you're killing with already. Because I mean, honestly, I don't know what I'm supposed to go with, because I have no idea. The only idea I have, I want to go with Fury Assassin, because the most of the gear I already have. I just need to do the shield and I'm just good to go. But the big question is this build is still a viable choice to go with? And if not, what you think will be the better choice than Hydra Sorceress, if it's any build better than the Hydra Sorceress? And hopefully it is some better build than Hydra Sorceress, because this is kind of like you're just basically, you know, casting the Hydras and running around. So like this is not really like, you know, that kind of build I'm looking for. Oh, I'm just gonna finish like that. So before I finish the video, big thanks for anybody who spent time to watch, who involved with the comments, or not even the comments, who just involved by watching the video, because if you're watching the video, you're already involved, right? Really appreciate any comments, even those bad ones, because well, at least I've done something to focus somebody's attention, so that's always good. Even if somebody dislike, it's still I can learn from the video. I mean, you can learn from the video. So yeah, basically one more time, I can learn from you guys and you can learn from me, because if somebody just start, you can learn from me. But there are obviously the people with the higher knowledge and probably spending much more time than I did. I really appreciate about everything. One more time, I can make some Diablo community here, so anybody can help each other sort of in the comment section, because this is how I feel. That's great. That's great. So long story short, every comment I think is going to improve the future videos, because obviously even if I'm mistaken on some subject, I'm not 100% correct. I can obviously improve with you guys, and I think the future guys and future videos will be much better. And the last but not least, I really wish to do, you know what, the Zealer, but so powerful Zealer, so we can go to the Ubers and basically just zeal those Ubers like crazy. But I don't really know what we can improve. I was thinking about the maybe Schaffer Hammer and maybe Fortitude, but I mean, no idea. I have some thoughts. I just wanna gather some currency, and also you can let me know in the comment section below, like, what's your perfect Zealer gear, because then I might just, you know, try to do this as well. So one more time, big thanks to anybody who involved in the video. Take care, guys. See you in the next video. But before I'm going to say bye, also we'll be going to one more time intro with the different music. Just simply because I'm excited about making that, you know, that last wish. So if you want to take a look, it's going to be right now. And yeah, one more time, thanks for the watching. See you guys in the next video. Take care and bye.